probably have no idea this problem exists in your company and how much money you're losing because of it. Receipt tracking and collection is something that is a shadow responsibility of every employee. They're responsible to turn in their receipt for the purchases that they make, and they have to provide the allocation for what it's for. When a purchase is made, what happens is the employee will take the receipt, they'll put it in his pocket, they'll put it in their glove box or maybe a folder, and then they'll forget about it. At some point, the accountant starts asking questions about the receipt. By that time, maybe they've already washed their pants with the receipt in it. So now it's gone forever. Or they have to go and fish it out and find it. Thing is, it becomes a contentious, frustrating point for everybody trying to find the receipt. We all have to have receipt backups for our taxes. We also have to have them properly allocated in order to have accurate accounting. You don't want to have one receipt that you allocate towards another job site or something else, and you have inaccurate books. What we realize and what we created for us, because we have this frustration in my construction company, how can we collect the receipt at the point of purchase right away? So we just kind of alleviate this problem and issue. So what we did is we created the software to where we connect our card to it right away when the purchase is made. Within about 30 seconds, that employee receives a text to take a picture of the receipt. If they forget to do it, we'll follow up again afterwards, and we'll keep on following up until we get them the receipt from them for you, and then allocate it to what job site it was for, or if it was for the office supplies or whatever it was. And then with that, it will just get simply added to QuickBooks, and the receipt, they can just toss it away. It's off their plate as a responsibility. With Receipt Hunter, it's not an app that you have to download. It's not something that needs training on. All you have to do is just be able to respond to your text message. I'd highly recommend that you go on our receipt calculator right now and find out how much you're spending right now and how much we can save you. I'm going to explain the website of Receipt Hunter, especially into the calculator and how it works. We created this calculator just so we would show transparency and understanding of how much money you're actually spending on receipt tracking. This is not another app that your team will need to manage. We designed it specifically for people out in the field that are really busy and they're focused on doing their work. And receipt tracking is just another responsibility, another thing that they have to do. All it is, it's made for people who are not tech savvy. We don't have time for tracking receipts, and they just want to go and do their job. If they know how to use a phone, a text message, they can send it, they can use it. Here's our homepage. This will bring you down to this page here. There's a calculator. You can go from here or down here. It'll lead you to how to calculate your savings. If you'd like to schedule a live demo, you can just hit schedule live demo and somebody from our team will reach out to you. So here, you can just click on calculate savings. On here, you'll be able to input the information about your team. We do about 450 transactions per month. Your team's a little bit larger and you guys do 475 transactions per month. In here, it's pre-saved as 15 minutes. And what that includes is taking the receipt, saving it in a folder, then going to the office, extracting the receipt, creating an individualized email to scan the receipt, the time it takes to scan it in, then to allocate it. And typically, if it's been a week, you'll probably, scratch your head and wonder, hey, what was this for and whatnot? So you have to read through it, scan it in, and then send that out to your accountant. The accountant then receives it. She typically will need to convert it into a PDF file so she can upload it to QuickBooks, which is the most used software, but we work with any software. Basically, she takes in the receipt, she needs to download it, then take it and convert it, then drag and drop it and allocate it properly in the correct project. That's not even considering if you have a courier or a runner who has the receipt who needs to bring it to the project manager, or they need to go in and scan it. 15 minutes is something that is pretty good, the time frame it takes to process one receipt. On this right side, you'll be able to see this project manager, and this is an hourly wage of how much project manager is getting. Typical standard wage is about $55. Bookkeeper, let's just say it's $45, and your courier, $25 for them. You can also switch between salary and hourly. So here we analyze the cost. This is where it just blew my mind. When we actually ran these numbers, we're spending $11.75 per receipt. This is how much we're spending on it. So just in case you want to go back, adjust your numbers and check them. Go to edit, input, which will take you right back to this calculation screen. And you can then modify. Let's just say you have less transactions. Let's just say your team is super efficient, 12 minutes. Then your project manager, $45, and your bookkeeper, $35, and your courier, $20 an hour. And check it out, $7.55 per receipt transaction. Still an exuberant amount of money that you're spending on tracking receipts. So here's how Receipt Hunter reduces this cost. And when you hit this, you'll be able to go to this screen. Per year, we will be saving you $62,500 per year, because we're gonna be only charging $1.11 per receipt transaction. Taking that responsibility away from your team and how much energy you're saving for your staff to be able to focus on doing what they do well. On here, you can compare the different plans. There's the starter plan, we have the growth plan, and we have the pro plan. What the starter plan includes: 500 transactions. If you have like exactly 500 transactions, you're gonna be paying $1 per receipt. If you go over, it's $2. That's still a tremendous savings compared to what you're paying right now. The growth plan, this one includes 1,500 receipts, and we've calculated and show the cost that you'll be paying per receipts. And so if you have a bigger staff, you have a bigger company, that's the plan for you. And then this one, you're gonna be spending still less, $4.44 per receipt, and it includes 3,000 transactions. Then the overages on these are smaller as well. So it's $1.25 for the growth plan, and it's just $1 on the pro plan. And then here are the features that are included with each plan. All of them have a QuickBooks integration. So as soon as the receipt is processed, it gets uploaded to QuickBooks. You can have unlimited users. So sometimes you might have couriers, runners, subcontractors, delivery drivers, whoever it is that has the receipt. You just find the contact in your phone, and then you forward the link to them to upload the receipt. So that's what unlimited users means. And we're providing this for the first 1,000 people that are gonna sign up. After that, some of these features are gonna drop down. The next one is you can connect up to 5 cards on the starter pack. You can connect up to 20 cards on the growth pack, and then unlimited amount of cards for the pro. The next one includes a job costing and codes. So we will track on our dashboard the addresses and the allocations that you input for each project. So you have a project address, and it'll basically have the job code, which would be, let's just say, electrical or plumbing or whatnot. They all integrate with SMS. So basically that's with text messages. For the starter pack, we don't include the custom routing rules, which you can't adjust or change. But for the growth and pro plans, we do. And that basically is the coding integration with QuickBooks that we can assist you with. And then the support levels for the starter pack is just our standard. With the growth one, we put you into the priority. And then the pro, you have priority plus you have access to a direct person that will assist you. Here you just would hit apply selection and get started. Now, I want to just show one other feature that we are currently working on, and that is lost receipt recoveries for past receipts. This is in regards to all receipts prior to you connecting to us, like going back into the past and being able to extract and find receipts for you guys. So that's something that we're still working on. And you can just hit join waitlist, and we'll put you on our waitlist to be able to connect you and assist with this feature. Once you select a plan that works for you, hit apply selection, then get started with the onboarding process. It should take you about 20 minutes or so to complete. So next, I'm gonna just kind of do a run through of how our product actually works and what it does. So here I'm at the terminal, and I'm just gonna be making a purchase. Take a card, you tap or swipe it. Once that's done, it'll appear on our dashboard, and you'll be able to see the time when it was made, the store or the vendor that it was made from, additional information such as the bank account that it came out of, the expense, and then also the status. Right now, it's just showing that it hasn't received the copy of the receipt just yet. What will happen is it'll take about 15 seconds or so. By the time it processes through our software, it encrypts it, and then it sends a text message. So the text message will look something like this. You'll just hit that prompt. On there, there'll be a link, and it basically will show some general information. It'll show the store, it'll show the amount, and then you just hit that. On here, it'll prompt you to answer a couple of questions. And basically it's just trying to find the allocation so we can upload it to QuickBooks. So in here, you'll be able to say, it wasn't me, and you'll be able to select somebody else that is holding the receipt. I want to fill out the information what the receipt was for. I'm going to hit fill out information. Since we're a construction company and we do work for multiple companies, on here, one of the categories that we've inputted into QuickBooks is the company that we did the work for. So we're gonna just select the company that we did the work for. We're also gonna select the category. You can just go through the different prompts, you can type it in, and then I'm gonna select the project. So I'm just gonna have, this is the project that the work was done for. In some cases, if I don't have the receipt and there's a courier that has it, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just hit someone else has it. With that, you'll be prompted to input information from your contact list of who it was. And I'm gonna hit request receipt. So now, instead of me answering the question and taking pictures, it'll actually gonna send it to the courier that's holding the receipt. For them, given that I've pre-selected all of the categories, all they're gonna need to do is they're gonna just take their phone, they're gonna receive the same kind of text message. They're gonna hit that same link and add the receipt. They're gonna then select their camera and take the receipt, take a picture of it, and then put use photo. Here you can put in additional comments. If there's something else that the accountant should know, you'll be able to put that in there. And you just hit confirm. And now what it does is it'll show up as sync and successful in the dashboard. But if you go back to the QuickBooks, you'll be able to see right here is where it just comes up. You can then go in to view it. As you can see, here's the project name. Here's the category that was already selected. And then here's an image. You just click on there and you have all of that information in QuickBooks. It's that simple. Accountants love this because it does create a clean layer to where receipts are completely separate and it doesn't mess with the software or with the selections that they've created in their software or in QuickBooks. Then they're also not wasting their time trying to identify and find the person that has the receipt, what the receipt is for, and they'll be able to clearly see who it is so they don't have to waste their time chasing people, as well as the time that it takes for them to take a receipt and enter it in manually. It's just a time saver, as well as it'll save a lot of headaches for your accountant and for your managers. If you want to see what we can do for you, just hit the calculate savings button and you'll be able to see how much you'll be able to save with our product. You can also schedule a demo in person and somebody from our team will reach out to you. Thank you very much and happy receipt hunting.